All right, so this is going to be standard three-man crazy eights penalty rules, and this will feature player not directly in front of player about to win or player behind about to win. So, like I said, we're always going to go clockwise, and the top here will always be the player with card, and this will be the player directly responsible for this person, and this will be obviously the player that is not directly in front. All right, so we're going to cover eights, bombs or draws, skips, reverses, switch cards. All right, okay, so for eights, we're going clockwise. The suit's on hearts. Well, let's just change the suit for now. So the suit is on clubs. Now, it's going this way. This player throws the 8. Boom. Calls hearts. As we can see, this player has no heart and thus is forced to pluck, and which will lead to this person's win. Penalty is on this player. Now, even in the case where this person does have a heart, if it is not a card that can directly change the game or change the outcome of the game after this person throws the 8 and says hearts. If this person says, you know what, I can't change the fact if he does have a heart, so I'm going to choose to pluck. If this person chooses to pluck, this player is now exonerated from the penalty, and penalty will fall on this player. If this person chooses to play, i.e. get involved, and player wins on a heart, then both people pay. Both players will pay. So there is no penalty on one person. This person is now involved in the act. Okay? Next scenario. Let's just give this person the ace of hearts. Now let's give player an 8. So now, same way, clockwise rotation. As you can see, this player has a draw card, a bomb to play on the heart that can prolong the game. If this player throws an 8 and calls clubs or spades, a suit that this person does not have a bomb in or anything, if this person says hearts, then obviously he can bomb him. But if this person calls clubs, if this person takes the pluck, stays out of it, this person is now exonerated from any actions, and now when this player wins, penalty will be on this player because this person had a play to prolong the game. Same thing happens. This player calls clubs. If this player now plays a card, plays along in the act of the club call, this player is no longer exonerated from penalty, thus both people will pay. All right. So that is the 8. Now let's talk bombs. Bomb, 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 bomb. Okay. So, as we can see here, player has a diamond to go out on. And player has a diamond to go out on. this person was bombed, or not bombed, doesn't matter. Player plays the deuce of hearts. Now, this player has to pluck, has no play. Player plucks, and this player wins because of the linking deuce. This player is exonerated from all penalty. Penalty will fall on this player. All right. Now, in the act that this person did have a deuce, let's give him a deuce. Okay. So, same scenario, right? This player here bombs with the two of hearts. This person has the choice to stay out of it. Now, if this player stays out of it and player wins with a deuce, then as we can see, had this player not played this deuce, the suit was on hearts, the responsibility would have landed on this player, and the game would have potentially been prolonged. But the fact that this person just locked it up here with the deuce for this player, being that this person stayed out of it, penalty will fall on this player. Now, if this player plays the deuce also, and player wins with a deuce here, this player is no longer exonerated from the penalty. Both parties will pay. Okay? Both parties will pay. Now let's say player has an 8. All right? There's an ace here. Player plays a deuce. Forces this player to pluck because he has no card that he can play on top of the deuce. He does not have the deuce, and he does not have the ace of heart. Player wins on an 8. Whereas if this player did not play this deuce, this player had the option to play the ace. Thus, the game would have been prolonged. Okay? Once again, penalty on this player. Now let's talk switch cards. Let's just find. Okay, we'll use this. We'll use 10 of hearts, 10 of club. Okay, switch card penalty, right? So, once again, clockwise rotation. Player has a 10 of clubs to go out on. The suit is hearts. If this player plays the 10, now we're looking at the rank. This player has no heart to play. Is forced to pluck. Player plucks. This player wins from switch. Penalty on this player, because he played the card that directly related to this win. Same scenario. So now player also has a 10. So now this player plays the 10. Player also has a 10. This player can choose not to play the 10, in which if he plucks, this player wins on the 10. The ranking card was what we call locked up. The outcome could not be changed by this player. So then, once again, this player played the card that led to the win. Penalty is on this player. Now, if this player chooses to play along with the 10, and the 10 is played, no one is exonerated. Both people pay. Okay. Now let's talk about skips, reverses, jacks, and queens. Okay. Suitors on hearts. Clockwise rotation. Player has no heart to play. Okay. This player plays the jack. Let's go ahead and give him a heart. Player plays the jack. This player now wins. There is nothing this player could have done to change the outcome of the game. So the jack, therefore, holds no bearing. Both people will pay. Player has no heart, so regardless had player plucked or played anything else, player would have been plucking anyway. All right. Those jack. Player wins. Doesn't have a heart or an 8 or an ace of heart or anything of that nature. Both people will pay. However, now let's give this player the ace of hearts. This player throws the jack. This player wins. Player can now say, I had a play that can directly change the outcome of the game. With the ace, as we can see, he could have bombed him with the ace. Now, penalty, this player. All right, this player is now exonerated from any penalties. All right, so let's go ahead and give this player the queen now. All right, so once again, player throws the jack, skips this person. This player wins on the 6 of hearts. This person now shows he has a queen of heart to play, in which if this person chose to pluck or play a regular heart, now the action goes back this way, counterclockwise, in which now there are plays that this player has that can save the game or prolong the action of the game. Okay? Now, in situation of the queens, very similar to the jacks. So let's go ahead and give player the jack over here. All right. All right. So, action is clockwise. This player throws the queen. Player wins. Boom. Player over here had a jack, in which the jack, he could have skipped this person, and this player has an 8, so this is a card, or the ace of heart. These are cards that could have potentially changed the outcome of the game in this player's hand. So being that this player has a card that can potentially change the outcome of the game, and it was going in this direction. Penalty, player. Now, also with the queen situation. Same as the jack. Player plays the queen. Leads to the win. This player here has no option in the hand whatsoever to change the outcome of the game. Therefore, both people pay. I'm going to make sure I covered everything there. Okay, so I got one more thing to do. Boom, 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 boom. Let's give him a diamond. Here. Let's give him a diamond here. Okay. Let's take this card away. All right. So, once again, the game is going clockwise. All right. We see the suits on hearts. All right. The player here plucks or plays a regular card of the same suit. Player now has the queen. Throws the queen. Action going this way. Counterclockwise. This player here has several options to save the game. Well, the game is not even in jeopardy because he doesn't even have a heart. But this player now plays the queen of diamonds. Now we're going this way again. This player is forced to pluck a card. And now this player wins on a diamond because the queen had switched the suit, which was played by this player. Penalty, this player. All right. Now same situation. Let's give him a diamond. All right. So this player here plays the 10. This here plays the queen. Now we're going counterclockwise. This player throws another queen. Now we're going back clockwise. If player does have a regular diamond to play, if player chooses to take the pluck, he is now exonerated if he didn't have any play in his hand that could change the outcome of the win. So in that case, he takes the pluck. Player wins on a diamond. Penalty on this player. This player is exonerated for taking the pluck and what we call minding business. Now, same situation. If this player plays the king of diamonds, he is no longer exonerated and has thus played along with the crime or the action. Winner, both people pay. All right. So that concludes the rules of penalty when the player is not directly behind the player ready to win.